evening, and welcome to our 2025 Teacher of the Year Banquet and Celebration. I'm Maya Johnson, live on Jeff Coed TV. We have a fun evening planned tonight to celebrate some extraordinary teachers across our district. For those of you who are watching at home, here are our 10 finalists, starting with elementary. Valendria Owens, Brighton School. Rebecca Recke, Bryan Elementary. Catherine Ash, Bryant Park Elementary. Leslie Chatta, Pinson Elementary. Matthew Rogers, Warrior Elementary. Moving to our secondary finalists, Chanel Lewis, Hueytown Middle. Ian Samlowski, JCIB Middle. James Cranford, McAdory Middle. Chris Screws, Pinson Valley High. And Dr. Kamika Cottrell, Pleasant Grove High. We would also like to thank our sponsors for their help: the Black Family Restaurants, Stiefel, the Bell Teaching Award, and Interior Elements. And tonight, we have TV anchor Stoney Sharp from ABC 3340 News as our MC tonight. Enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening. We're going to start the program right now, and if you're still eating, please continue to eat your meal and enjoy right now. We're not trying to stop that. We do have one announcement. If you parked in this parking lot to the side, be sure you paid, because otherwise your car may not be there when this is over. So it's a quick app that you'll download, but again, make sure you paid for your car, the parking there on the side lot. Before we recognize our finalists, we want to thank our sponsors for the evening. Black Family Restaurants. That name probably sounds very familiar. They are the owners and operators of more than 12 McDonald's around the central Alabama area. Would the representatives from the Black Family Restaurant please stand to be recognized? And also, we had 3 other sponsors who were not able to be here tonight, but of course we want to recognize them as well. The wealth management firm Stiefel, the Bell Teaching Award, and finally, Interior Elements. Without the support of these sponsors, this program would not be possible. We appreciate each and every one of those sponsors for their commitment to education and to Jefferson County schools. Let's give them one more big round of applause. I would also like to recognize our district leaders who are in attendance this evening, and please stand whenever your name is called. Jeff Coed's Superintendent and the National Superintendent of the Year, Dr. Walter Gossel. Board Vice President, Ms. Stephanie Floyd. Board Member, Mrs. Carita Venable. And Board Member, Mr. Glenn Duro. Also, Board President, Mr. Ronnie Dixon, and Board Member, Mr. Walter Curry could not be here tonight, but they do send their well wishes and congratulations to our finalists. Also, I would like to recognize our 3 deputy superintendents here tonight, Dr. Orletta Rush, Mr. Jeff Caulfield, and Dr. Laura Ware. Thank you for everything you do each and every single day for the school district. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. That quote comes from the late Nelson Mandela. For a man that lived a life of extremes from imprisonment to presidency, education was the constant in his life. Mandela understood that learning can be a gateway, not just to a career, but also a gateway to greatness, a gateway to discovery, and also a gateway to change. You, our 10 finalists tonight, hold the keys that unlock that gate. Tonight, our audience will meet all 10 finalists and hear in their own words why they are teachers and what motivates them and encourages them to keep going. Teachers, after your video plays, please come to the front here to be recognized and get your picture taken as well with Dr. Gosselin and our board members who are here tonight. We'll go in alphabetical order in both our divisions, and we will start with our elementary finalists. Valindra Owens, Brighton School. Valindra Owens began her career in education in 1999 as a pre-K teacher at Alphabet Learning Center. She has worked with Jeff Coed for the last 20 years, with the majority of that time being spent at Grantswood Community School. There she taught kindergarten, first, second, and fourth grade, as well as technology. In 2022, Ms. Owens took this next step in her career, moving to Brighton School, where she has been servicing third through sixth grade ESL students for the past 3 years. During her career, she has done everything from serving as a lead mentor to administrative designee to e-team leader, and in the future, Ms. Owens plans to increase her education by becoming national board certified and earning a doctorate degree.
It was always just a matter of the heart. Teachers always played such a big role in my life, teachers that I had, especially the ones in elementary school.
Who knows what a short vowel sound is? What's a short vowel sound? Give me one.
And my passion for it now has grown so much because like thinking about it and wanting to do it is one thing, but when you actually do it and you see the impact.
She's one of those people that if she's not in the building, we're going to know it because she wears so many hats. She's our ESL teacher. She runs our awesome social media. She is also the school's designee, and she serves as our lead mentor. So she works really hard to build relationships with teachers and students.
ESL is important, first of all, because we have such a large population in Jefferson County. So we want those kids to have the same opportunities in school and once they graduate that our English-speaking community has. We want them to be able to be proud. We don't want them to forget their home language. And especially if they're going to grow up and they're going to be our doctors, they're going to be our lawyers, they're going to be our politicians. My culture is important to me. So I feel like everybody's culture is important when you come into my classroom.
Doesn't matter if it's in her job title or not, Ms. Owens is going to lend a hand if someone needs help. And so she is the bright in Brighton.
I wouldn't be able to be sitting here without the support of my colleagues and my peers. So really being Teacher of the Year is not just about me. It's what I'm able to do because I work with great people and only one of us could represent. So I always tell them, like, I'm representing Brighton. I'm not representing Valindra. Like, this is what we have done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Valindra Owens. Rebecca Reckie, Bryan Elementary. Rebecca Reckie is in her 34th year of teaching and currently teaches physical education at Bryan Elementary. Described by many as someone who has an endless supply of energy, the first 13 years of her career were with high school students, so she has a lot of that. Along with teaching physical education and health, coaching softball and volleyball became her identity. She started the softball program at Mortimer Jordan High School and in 1999 earned the Alabama State Championship for 4A, 5A, along with reaching her 300th win in 2004. However, she will tell you that her proudest accomplishment was having facilitated collegiate scholarship offers to 17 of her players in the sports of softball and volleyball. As a college student intern at the age of 22, Rebecca vowed to never teach elementary physical education ever. However, at the age of 40, she accepted an elementary PE position at Bryan Elementary and has been there for 21 years. She became nationally board certified in 2008, and her mission is to influence children for a lifetime of total wellness.
When you see kids excited to move and do, then you're like, well, gosh, I could do this every day. I started out as a journalism major, and they told me that I would have to sit behind a desk. And so I was like, oh gosh, I can't sit still that long. And I thought, you know what, I think I wanna be a teacher, and I wanna play. I like to play all the time. I like to move. I don't have the capability of sitting still. And so my counselor said, have you ever thought about physical education? And when I grew up, that didn't exist in elementary school. We didn't have that. That's how old I am. So I did physical education. I fell in love with it, and I thought, well, I get to move every day.
She's such a positive influence, and she excites these kids. She gets them so excited about PE, and whatever she asks them to do, because they love her so, they're going to try to reach whatever the goal is that she pushes them to do.
We try to teach them about food. We try to teach them about moving. The whole body is in physical education. Your social, your physical, all that put together for the total being. We talk to them about being kind. I mean, all those things wrapped up into one class. So to come here and know that I've walked these same halls many years ago, it's a major source of giving back, and I don't even say that lightly. And you can't help when it's your own school and your neighbor's kids, and hopefully your own grandkids, they get to come through here. Well, gosh, you just want to pull out all stops and make it everything that it possibly can be.
Up next, we have Catherine Ash, Bryant Park Elementary. Catherine Ash is a second grade teacher at Bryant Park Elementary School and has been there for 5 years. She also taught at Chalkville Elementary for 3 years prior to that. Mrs. Ash is a dedicated teacher who cares deeply for her students and their academic and personal growth. She collaborates with her colleagues, administrators, and reading and math specialists to plan engaging and effective lessons for her students and is focused on ensuring her students become fluent readers and capable mathematicians. Mrs. Ash believes that students thrive in a safe and supportive environment and that all students can rise high and meet expectations. Her favorite moments are getting to see her students grow throughout the year, not just academically, but also in their character as well.
I think teaching is such a rewarding job. We actually get to see the fruits of our labor. We get to see the kids grow, which really encourages me to just do the best I can for them because I see their needs, I want to meet their needs.
It's 3 ones. How many 10s do you need if it's 53? How many 10s makes 50?
Second grade is a very important grade. You're really just mastering the foundation of all the basics before you move on. So I'm very passionate about reading fluency, becoming a strong reader.
She's always coming to the table with suggestions, ideas. Hey, what do you think about if we try this to help within the literacy program? So she's very big on making sure students are able to learn the reading that they're supposed to, and her data is always great. From beginning of the year to end of the year, we always see tremendous growth.
Say tuck.
Word problems can be very difficult in second grade, and we need to understand the vocabulary. What does addition mean? What does place value mean? It's very helpful when you can read with accuracy.
This year our focus not only is literacy, but also our focus is also in math, because we're really working hard on our math data, and she's done a really good job this year ensuring that students are using manipulatives within her math lesson.
Trying to make it as fun as possible. It's not always fun to just come in and do a math worksheet. So every now and then we do math musical chairs where we have problems around the room. The kids are dancing to music as they go around, then they stop and solve a problem. And that makes it so much more fun and interactive for them. We have the best admin. They are there to listen to you. They're there to help you with anything you might need. And just knowing I have that support when I come to school helps me so much.
Mrs. Catherine Ash. Our next finalist, Leslie Chatta, Pinson Elementary. Leslie Chatta is the STEM teacher at Pinson Elementary. She has been in the teaching profession for over 30 years. Before taking on the STEM responsibilities, Mrs. Chatta enjoyed teaching second grade at Pinson. With teaching second graders in the classroom, she is the only science Olympiad coach in Alabama with a team that is made up totally of second grade students, who, by the way, have held their own at competitions. Mrs. Chatta has been a lead mentor and e-team leader and has served on various committees. She has been instrumental in implementing programs involving community stakeholders and feeder pattern schools in order to promote and ensure student success in the community.
It is very exciting, and I was so surprised because what I do because I love doing it. It's my heart.
Your eyes, because you're moving your eyes around. You got the hint, didn't you?
I love the sciences. I love science, technology, engineering, and math. Students doing that critical thinking, coming to that discovery on their own and seeing how wonderful that is, and they just internalize that and take that from the day they do it through the rest of their life.
She's one of those passionate educators that's always continuing to learn and always wants to celebrate our students here at Pinson Elementary as well as her colleagues.
I have a whole news team that is only second graders that they've been really great to help fund. And that has been so rewarding to me. These ladies run our slides and come up with our slides for weather and for what you see behind our anchors. Man right here makes sure everyone can hear us. So everyone has a great job. Do you love working on the news team?
Yes!
But it is such an honor, and I'm so humbled by the honor of being a finalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Leslie Chatta. And up next, we have Matthew Rogers, Warrior Elementary. Matthew Rogers is a physical education teacher at Warrior Elementary, where he has spent all 4 years of his teaching career. He has a degree in kinesiology from UAB. Mr. Rogers has consistently demonstrated his commitment to excellence through his leadership and involvement in a variety of school-wide initiatives and extracurricular activities. He has coordinated engaging events such as fun runs, the New York Road Runners Club, and the Blue Cross Blue Shield Kids Marathon. In his first year of teaching, he was awarded the Blue Cross Blue Shield Be Healthy grant, which provided his school with a surplus of equipment dedicated to being active. His innovative and well-rounded curriculum includes not only physical fitness, but also important life skills such as bike safety and roller skating. And in addition to all of this, Mr. Rogers also shows his dedication to the school community by driving a bus and contributing to its operations.
I had the pleasure of hiring Coach Rogers just a few years ago, and for someone to come into a position here at Warrior Elementary, it's a lot because our PE program has always been very stellar. So it's a high energy, high impact job, and he has just fulfilled that role. I mean, he's just filled that role amazingly.
So you're the boss until you get up. Ready? All right, let's go.
Joy from the kids that they bring out a different side of me. Like the person I am in this gym is completely different from what you might see out in the community. They just bring out a different side of me. They bring me joy. It's very important to live a physically active lifestyle. Some of these kids, they go home and they just sit on the couch. So providing them every opportunity that I possibly can to show them different things, different games, different experiences.
The top. Don't say the word that starts with the what? Very good.
The biggest lesson I've learned is don't put limitations on them, you know. When I came in, I was like, there's no way these kindergartners or first graders are gonna learn the bones. Like the bones of the body, like as a college student, I struggled with it in anatomy. But once you start teaching it, like they'll retain whatever, they're sponges. They just soak up everything around them.
He works so hard. He's also a bus driver, so he gets here early, stays here late. He coordinates a lot of field trips, and he is just the kind of guy that no matter what you need him to do, he's yes ma'am and he's on it, and that's hard to find these days.
I try to take just a little bit of knowledge here and there. You know, I wasn't really expecting anything when I filled out the application, but I'm very honored.
Year of teaching 8th grade physical science at Hueytown Middle School and her 7th year with Jeff Coed. She has earned a national certificate for STEM teaching from the National Institute from STEM Education, and she takes pride in providing a welcoming atmosphere, building meaningful relationships with her students, and incorporating innovative lessons to foster students, or actually, lessons to foster student engagement, understanding of science concepts, as well as real-world application. Mrs. Lewis's ultimate goal is to be the founder and CEO of a STEM program providing today's youth opportunities to grow academically, as well as develop socially with a safe space as they pursue their interest and delve deeper into STEM-related content and careers.
Trying to do force equals mass times acceleration, and y'all need to plug in those numbers in that equation. I teach because I have a drive to educate, motivate, inspire, empower today's youth and our future leaders.
So it was Edison Challenge.
All right, I like that. Then our second question.
I think it's not like it was 20 years ago. So Ms. Lewis captivates her learners to create an interest, because you have some students that have no interest in core subjects.
but she provides labs. She incorporates different speakers and corporations and community to connect with them so that they have some type of exposure.
So you're gonna add these two numbers and then divide by 2, and then you'll get your. I think my students personally perform for me better because they feel I actually care. And so because I actually care, it's easy for them to communicate or come in and talk to me, whether it's in class or outside of class. They find this a safe space. And so I feel like that's what I've created, that's what I pride myself in, and they should feel loved so that they can flourish. Technician, we're gonna be doing measurements today, so measures accurately. Make sure everyone reads. It's a blessing, really, to be able to come to work every day in an environment such as this.
She is at Hueytown Middle School and remain at Hueytown Middle School, so don't nobody try to come grab her.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Chernell Lewis. Our next finalist, Ian Samlowski, JCIB Middle. Ian Samlowski is the German teacher at JCIB Middle Years program. He grew up in Madison, Alabama, where he first started studying German at Bob Jones High School. That sparked a love of the German language and culture. After graduating, he attended the University of Alabama, where he earned a bachelor's degree in German with a minor in biology. Mr. Samlowski was then awarded a scholarship through the Federation of German American Clubs in 2018 to study pedagogy and German in Germany. He went on to earn a master's degree in Germanic linguistics at UA in 2020 and continued to teach there as an instructor of German. After completing his master's degree, Ian was awarded a Fulbright grant as an English teaching assistant in Germany. His principal says what truly sets Mr. Samlowski apart is his ability to maintain high levels of student engagement. He caters to diverse learning styles, ensuring that all students feel challenged, supported, and motivated.
So I started off as an instructor at the University of Alabama, taught there for a few years and had an absolute blast doing it. Schokolade, gut. Then I was awarded a Fulbright grant to teach English in Herten, Germany, kind of small town Western Germany. And I had so much fun working with the middle schoolers and high schoolers there that when I came back to Alabama, I figured it was time to try something new. Which, I mean, we have similar things around here, but I promise we don't have anything quite like Flammkuchen.
He has been an amazing addition. He's a really sort of a ray of sunshine.
Alles hat ein Ende, nur die Wurst hat zwei.
His enthusiasm for what he teaches is genuine.
20. Zweite. Language is so much more than just a vocab list or a page on a book. Language is how we communicate with other people, how we make ourselves understood, and how we understand the world around us. Carl? It was up to me to make German class fun for other people.
I think that's his superpower. The little bit of magic he has, I believe that's what it is. He really loves what he's doing.
In terms of Haribo, do you remember how they sold their product? The students make my day every day, just like their willingness to learn, engage with the language, the culture, and everything we're doing.
Two raspberries in a bowl with
It's a great day to be a tree. Es ist ein guter Tag, ein Baum zu sein.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ian Samlowski. And our next finalist, James Cranford, McAdory Middle School. James Trey Cranford is an 8th grade world history teacher at McAdory Middle School and has been there for 4 years. In addition to his teaching duties, he is also the head football and head baseball coach as well. In the past, he has coached everything from track and field to softball to basketball to soccer, so pretty much everything. One of his proudest moments was when his football team won the Jeff Coed Middle School Championship in 2022. In the classroom, Mr. Cranford believes that social studies is the content which allows students to grow into curious, highly engaged, and informed citizens. His personal philosophy of education emphasizes the development of critical thinking and the acquisition of academic vocabulary, which is crucial for student success. He wants to help students justify their opinions and beliefs with evidence.
First met Mr. Cranford about 5 years ago when he applied for the job here, and he declined, by the way. But he came back a year later or two later, and he applied again, and we were fortunate enough to get him here at McAdory Middle School.
He probably is the most famous black Muslim in human history. You'll notice I don't have a desk in my room, and I mean the reason for that is because I don't feel like that's my style.
Just as long as you think it's interesting?
I feel like that in order for me to get the most out of what they're doing, I need to see it. I need to walk around, ask how they're doing. His first couple sons, they were cool, but after a few sons died, then people began to fight over who gets to rule next. So there's a lot of division. No, I rule. No, you rule. I rule. You rule. And that led to civil war. That is the base of how he got wealthy. Did y'all hear about how much his net worth was? And just the kids notice that. They feel a difference. That's why I do it. I never want to be a part of that stereotype just because, you know, coaching is cool, but I'm impacting 150 kids on a daily basis for 187 days.
He makes that connection so meaningful that the students want to be in his classroom. When they talk to me, they talk about a teacher who they absolutely adore and they love. He's somebody they can go to.
They like just interaction. The kids don't like being put on an island and then you go do your own thing and then you're just kind of like co-workers. No, kids respond better to when you have meaningful conversations and you generally ask them why they think the way they do. Bottom line is you're going to be talking smack to some billionaires. That's about the best way I can describe it. I pour myself into this community inside these walls and outside these walls. And I think that for me, along with patience and a desire to understand the kids that come through that door, I think that's what just really makes me a little bit different.
One thing you can't do is teach a person to have heart. And Trey has it. He has the heart and he has the talent and skill. Everybody else may have the skill, but he has the heart and he has the skill. And that makes him, in my opinion, the Teacher of the Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Trey Cranford. And now we have Chris Screws, Pinson Valley High School. Chris Screws is currently a visual arts and special effects teacher at Pinson Valley High School. He has been a visual arts teacher at Jeff Coed for 23 years. In 2015, Mr. Screws established a special effects class at Pinson Valley High School that teaches students the hands-on skills needed to become a practical effects artist for film, television, or theater. The special effects program is now a signature academy and draws students from the 2 other schools in the Northern Zone. Mr. Screws strongly believes that his classroom should be a place to practice problem solving, collaboration, and experimentation. And with these skills, his students can adapt to an ever-changing world beyond the classroom.
We can take over lacing, and Jack can jump on painting, and that way y'all can get twice as much done.
I enjoy showing them how to do things, and then they just take it to that next level. So to see the creations that come out of their brains, That's exciting. That's fun.
Yeah, you're dividing and conquering very effectively at this point.
I want them to be good collaborators, because that's not just in this classroom, that's for the rest of their life. If they can't work with each other, we've got a problem.
Cut like strips of this or whatever.
We've got to help each other, and people have got to help us.
I don't care what you teach, math, English, science, or social studies. If you are a teacher, you can teach anything. And he does just that. He teaches every single subject in that class through special effects. They have to learn about measuring, they have to learn about the math, they have to learn about the history. There's so many different things. And I tell teachers, I say, you want to know what a model teacher looks like? Tell you what, I'll cover your class, and why don't you go down and spend a day in Mr. Screws?
First of all, you have to meet the kids where they are. So whoever that kid is that comes in the room, that's the kid that you're teaching. It's not some cookie cutter child coming in the room. So we need to get to know them first and to realize who they are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then lift them up when they achieve. And then if we make a mistake, we realize what it is and we figure it out from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Screws. Next up, we have Kamika Cottrell. She's with Pleasant Grove High School. Kamika Cottrell is currently a business and marketing teacher at Pleasant Grove High, where she also serves as the department head. She's been at Pleasant Grove for the last 8 years and has been in education altogether for 25 years. Her principal describes her as demonstrating exceptional teaching abilities, unwavering commitment to student success, and an inspiring passion for education. As a child of an educator, Dr. Cottrell learned at an early age the characteristics of an exceptional teacher. She watched her mother pour love, wisdom, guidance, at times finances, and prayers to the many students under her tutelage. She hopes to continue the legacy her mother instilled many, many years ago with her students and her own children, Brooklyn and Zoe.
I want to say congratulations. Thank you. You have been selected in the top 5 for Teacher of the Year.
Okay. Have we visited everywhere?
I love the creativity that marketing brings. I get excited about the hands-on projects and just teaching my students those things.
Anything else that you all came up with?
I love molding them into the learners that they can be. They're seeing their potential.
Okay. Anything else on here more than once?
I'm preparing them for their next steps in life. And the reason why it's so important for me is because I had teachers in my life that impacted me.
She's definitely a role model. She's definitely given 110%.
So once you have submitted all of your sticky notes around,
She goes that extra mile for her students. Students love her. They have a great respect for each other, students and the teacher, which is important for in the classroom.
Now, you weren't afraid when we first took off? Tell the truth.
I was more afraid when we landed. Okay.
I'm a mother when I need to be to them, a disciplinarian when I need to be with them. I'm a friend, I'm a confidant. So I just love it. I love everything about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Kamika Cottrell. I know nerves are heavy in the room right now, but you can breathe in and breathe out, finalists. We are now coming to the part of the program that I know you have been waiting for, on when we announce the Jeff Coed Teachers of the Year for both elementary and secondary divisions. But before we do, please join me in giving all of our finalists one more round of applause. And so now we are going to ask Deputy Superintendent Dr. Orletta Rush, who is over teaching and learning, to announce our winners.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful evening, and to all of our finalists, congratulations. You are the top of the class. We are so very proud of you and everything that you instill in our students every day. All right, is everyone ready? For our elementary division.
That is
What's out of there?
here.
So you gotta be in the lead either. For the elementary winner, our winner is Pinson Elementary, Leslie T. Congratulations. All right. For our secondary winner, Hueytown Middle School, Chanel Lewis. All right, congratulations. All right, Dr. Gonzel.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say a special thank you to the Jefferson County Education Foundation and Dr. Hunter, the Executive Director. Y'all, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Mrs. Stoney Sharp from ABC 3340. I want to say congratulations to both of our winners, and we want to make sure they go to state and take it home, right? All right. Let's give them a round of applause. And y'all, let's for a moment just give a big round of applause for all of our 10 finalists. Thank you to our sponsors, the Black Family Restaurants. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all help me. To Stiefel and the Bell Teaching Award and Interior Elements, thank you. And I want to give a special thanks to our 3 deputies, Mr. Jeff Caulfield, Dr. Arletta Rush, and Dr. Laura Ware. Thank y'all very much. Educating students and setting them up to achieve at a high level, both in school and when they graduate, is our primary mission. In order for students to achieve, we have to have teachers to achieve. We cannot do what we do without our teachers. They are the backbone of our districts. Our 2 winners, and really all 10 finalists, represent the elite, what all teachers should be and what they should strive to be. Don't ever forget your why, because you make a difference. Again, I want to thank Teachers of the Year and finalists for your commitment to all of our students. Y'all, please, let's give them another big round of applause. So what's ahead? What's ahead? All 10 of our finalists and our Teachers of the Year from all 57 schools will be asked to serve on our Superintendent's Teacher Advisory Committee. And those teachers and myself, we meet once a quarter, and we begin to talk about the issues of the district. That's their chance to have my ear personally and for us to interact and begin to continue to plan and work on the district's work. So I look forward to working with you guys. And at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Stoney Shaw. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for both your leadership and vision, Dr. Gonsolin. Congratulations to our winners and all the finalists tonight. Thanks for coming tonight. And once again, thank you to our sponsors as well. Have a safe trip home.
Congratulations! Thank you. First of all, Miss Chatta, what was going through your head when your name was called as the elementary winner?
Well, shock, in a way. I was like, so excited, and so many things are going through my mind, and you don't really know what to think or what to say. It was just so exciting, so I didn't know what to do. But it was so much fun.
And you teach,
I loved it.
You teach STEM at Pinson Elementary, and so you get to teach all of the grades in the math and the science. I mean, everything. That is amazing.
Everything. It is so much fun, and my kids are so great. And they just soak it in. They love every minute of it. And it was so great sitting next to her tonight because she won too.
And for you, Miss Lewis, what was going when Dr. Rush called your name?
I was overwhelmed with emotion. The anxiety throughout the night was crazy, but I'm super excited, honored. It's a blessing. Thankful, humble. Yes.
And you teach middle school, so that can be a tough crowd. So how do you keep your 8th grade science class, keep those middle schoolers motivated for science?
I would say building relationships with them for sure, and capitalizing on their interests. So making sure we are including things that they're actually interested in and trying to keep it fun and engaging. So hands-on and relating it to everyday real-world applications. So it's fun. It's great. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all of our finalists. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Stony Sharp, and you all for tuning in to Jeff Co-Ed TV. I'm Maya Johnson. Have a good night.